This week's Super Skinny is 22-year-old Carly Pitman from the West Country, who's fed up with her feeble frame.
I am too skinny. I look at myself and just think there's just bones. I've lost so much confidence and I've just become quite a sort of inner person, and it's got to the point now where I don't feel great about myself anymore.
Working as a promotions manager, Carly's career has taken over her life, leaving her too busy to eat.
I'm jumping in and out of my car, I'm grabbing something, maybe if I'm near a shop, then I'm on the go, and that's that. I haven't got time to sit down and just eat a meal.
This hectic lifestyle has left her running on empty.
I do get really tired, I do get really lethargic, and I think to myself, it's got to be something to do with my diet and the fact that I'm not eating.
For the next 5 days, Carly will be living in the feeding clinic, overseen by Dr. Christian Jessen.
Hi, Carly. Nice to meet you.
She's undergone a full medical to make sure she's up to the challenge.
101 pounds.
That's a scarily slim 7 stone 3 pounds.
25 inches around your tummy.
A healthy weight for a woman of 5'5" is between 8 and 10.5 stone. So Carly is seriously underweight.
So Carly, your BMI now works out at 16.4.
Okay.
A BMI as low as yours is in the underweight category, and that means that there are certain medical problems associated with being underweight that you may well develop if you stay this weight.
I think I've got quite a bad relationship with food, just in the sense that I don't see the need to eat it. I usually skip lunch, and then if in the evening it comes to, say, 9 o'clock, I've already snacked before then, and then I can't eat a meal in the evening then either.
It's got to the stage now where even Carly's younger sisters are worried.
Her eating habits affect the whole family because we're all constantly watching over her to make sure she is eating, because obviously we want her to live a healthy lifestyle.
When you see her in sort of a bikini or a dress, she looks really skinny, and as well, like the figures are sort of 7 stone and stuff like that. It's quite scary.
Food isn't a priority, it's just there for me to sort of pick at when I need it, really.
To wage war on Carly's food issues, it's time to send in the heavy artillery. Step forward mum of 1, Louise Knox.
Well, I'm on here. 261 pounds.
That's 18 stone 9 and more than twice Carly's size.
50 inches around your tummy.
Sometimes of the day, when I'm in on my own and stuff, I get really, really bored. So I find myself going to the cupboard or going to the fridge and I just snack all day.
At 5'3", a healthy weight should be between 7.5 and 10.5 stone, meaning Louise is at least 8 stone overweight, and it's easy to see why.
The kind of food that I buy is like your chicken nuggets, burgers, chicken strips or chips and fish fingers. When you look down at my plate, it is just beige, there's no colour apart from if I've got a bit of red sauce, and that's it.
Right, Louise, so having done your height and weight, we have worked out your BMI, and it comes to 45.2. BMI is between about 20 and 25.
Yeah.
Normal. Anything above 40, you're running into problems like increased risk of cancers, increased risk of stroke, increased risk of heart attacks, diabetes, high blood pressure, you name it.
Yeah.
Being that overweight is a risk for it.
She may be a young mum, but carrying all that extra weight is ruining Louise's family life.
I can't go swimming with my son. I can't play football with him. And it's like, if Joe wants a cuddle when he goes to bed, I can't lay in his bed with him and give him a cuddle in case I break his bed. So I've like got to sit on the floor and lean on the bed. I hate it. I hate what I've turned into.
I think the time to change has come. I think she's fed up with it herself now. I think she's seeing how it affects her as a parent, and I think that's what upsets her the most.
And any thoughts of expanding her family have been scuppered by the effects of Louise's disastrous diet.
I would love more children, I'd love another child, but I think in the past 18 months I've already had 2 miscarriages, and I do put that down to my weight. Feeling that I feel partly to blame, it's horrible and upsetting, but I would love to have another child.
With a whopping 11 stone weight difference, Louise and Carly will be swapping diets for 5 days in a bid to get them to open their eyes to the damage they're doing to their bodies with their irrational eating habits. But before finding out what's on the menu, it's time for Supersize to meet Superskinny.
So what size are you then?
6 at the moment.
24.
Are you? To be the same age as somebody and to look so different is just a bit of an eye-opener, really.
I think the top of my arms are bigger than your thighs. Looking at her, I think she has one meal, she'll end up exploding.
Louise and Carly have kept a food diary for a week, and Dr. Jessen is about to confront them with their shocking intakes.
So, Carly, we're going to start off with your breakfasts. Here we go. Whoa! What is that?
A chocolate muffin.
We'll let that one go. That might have been a one-off. Let's have a look at another breakfast. Ah, OK. That's your cereal. And some what? And some crisps as well?
I can't believe that's for a week.
OK, let's have a look at lunch. Here we go. Fingers crossed, Louise. Hey? Bit of pasta salad. Where do you get your lunches from?
I don't have a set lunch break, so it's just a case of catch it and grab it and run with it.
But unfortunately, you're not quite catching it, are you? You're kind of missing. Let's go on for dinners. Cottage pie. Where's that coming from? Is this you make it?
No, it's coming from a box.
Do you ever cook for yourself?
I can't cook.
You can't cook. You do snack a little bit, again, because you're on the go, and I think you must be really quite hungry. Let's have a look at your snacks.
It's fruit.
Are you trying to pat yourself on the back here? You are, yeah.
There's nothing healthy there at all. At all.
There isn't, is there?
With her non-stop lifestyle, Carly should be consuming 2,000 calories a day, but she's only getting 1,300. That's a weekly undereat of 2.5 days.
Right, Carly, come in close. I want you to watch this. Louise, start with breakfast, as we usually do. Here we go. Wow, that's a good old traditional fry-up. A lot of toast. So, let's move on to lunches. Burger and chips. This is all very high-fat, high-salt food. And again, you're not a huge fan of fruit and veg, are you?
I do love fruit and veg, but...
You don't eat them, do you?
No, I don't.
Is it going to be the same sort of thing, do you think, for dinner? Or do you think we're going to see a bit more variety?
I think it might be the same sort of thing.
So we've got more pizza, more chips. Do you like chips, Carly?
A small amount.
Yeah, that's not what you're going to get this week. Let's have a look at what sort of stuff you snack on. Wow. What can we say about this?
Disgusting, unhealthy.
Gorging on 3,500 calories a day means Louise is overeating to the tune of 5 days' worth of food a week.
It scares me, the thought of fitting the amount of food that was in her tube into me, because it was pretty much the same size as me.
I know I ate a lot, just didn't realise how much. But things are going to change.
I'm Anna Richardson, and I'm obsessed with getting my body beautiful. Whilst at the moment I'm far from perfect, luckily most of the bits I don't like I can get away with covering up with the right clothes. But the part of the body you can never hide away is your face. Celeb faces, always perfect, no spots, blemishes, hairy chins, wrinkle-free, and we're expected to have glowing skin just like them.
Next year, it's the big 4-0 for me. And I never thought that I would be one of those women that obsesses about looking younger. But suddenly, I find that I am. And I look at my face, and I can see the wrinkles, and I can see these nose-to-mouth lines, and I can see the fact that my face, whereas it used to be quite high, a bit like that. It's now just sagging, and I look a bit sad. And if there is something out there that's going to reverse that ageing process, then believe you me, I'm going to grab it with both hands.
Surgery used to be the option, but you know what? It's so passé. Non-invasive treatments are now at the cutting edge of anti-ageing. I admit that I am already hooked on Botox, and I'm keen to investigate just what else is out there. The newest kid on the block is a controversial technique that leaves none of the telltale signs of the wind tunnel nip and tuck, and leaves you looking years younger. So I'm here to meet Dr. Sister, who's brought this new procedure to the UK.
Do you know what I'm really worried about? I'm really bothered about these are starting to form. When I was younger, I was a little bit more like that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm like that.
Women are complaining about crow's lines, wrinkle, dull skin, but what about the décolleté? What about aging hands? What about elbows? What about knees?
Now you've given me a new neurosis.
Okay.
What do you mean, elbows?
Elbows?
Are we worrying about wrinkly elbows?
Yeah.
I hate you already.
But it's not my elbows I'm here for. I want to know about Dr. Sister's new facial rejuvenation technique.
The techniques which we use here, it's called S03, which is self-stimulated serum,
Right.
where basically we're using the patient's blood to stimulate the cells, not the fat cells, but the fibroblasts that generate the collagen.
OK.
It's your own blood.
So you're kind of growing new skin?
Yep. Kind of stimulating your skin to regrowth naturally faster.
I need proof of this, Dr. Sister. Show me proof.
I'm really not sure I want to go to these lengths for a pretty face, but there's a willing guinea pig for me to observe, 40-something Alice.
What kind of result are you hoping for?
I'm just hoping for sort of fresher, healthier look skin.
S3 involves separating the blood platelets from the serum. This serum is the key component in renewing new skin cells. It's pumped with extra vitamins and then injected back into your face. Once inside your skin, the new serum gets to work helping to build healthy new cells, which will give you younger looking skin.
Can you see a difference, Alice?
Well, yes, but not a very good one right now.
You're scratched.
I'm scratched and red.
But you say that you feel obviously tighter and tauter.
It feels tight and warm.
Tight and warm.
The whole procedure costs £500, and even though there are no alleged side effects, it never ceases to amaze me what women will go through in the name of beauty. But here's the before and afters, so judge for yourselves.
That consultation was a bit of an eye-opener. I am now completely neurotic and paranoid about not only my face, but the rest of my body, including weird wrinkly elbows. So I've got a total shopping list of things that I've now got to tick off to get a brilliant body. This is a disaster.
And disaster is no understatement when later I attempt to perfect my body with ballet.
This is as far as I can go.
Superskinny Carly weighs in at just 1 stone 3. She has no interest in food and often gets through a working day hardly eating anything. She swapped diets with Supersizer Louise, who's 18 stone 9. It's morning on day 2 in the feeding clinic. On the menu for Carly is a monster fry-up, but there's something she's concerned about.
What is black pudding? Blood?
It's the blood of all the animals, I think.
It must be something else.
Water, cooked pork rind, oatmeal, pale barley, dried blood, rusk, flour, pork fat. That's quite evil, isn't it?
That's why I don't eat black pudding.
Blame you.
For Louise, it's a quick fix, high-fat, high-calorie start to the day.
I think this will be the first time I've had a brownie for my birthday.
Yeah.
I sort of expected something really small for my breakfast, but I didn't expect it to be really sickly and chocolatey.
Just the thought of what it is. Oh God, it's actually making me cringe.